What's up, family? What's up, YouTube? Bringing you guys a little video. Happy Easter. It's Easter Sunday. I figure I pick this location basically so you guys can see my face and see what I look like. Get a better picture of my face and to show you this lovely view. And why am I picking this view? Because this is the world we live in. This is the world that is full of hardworking people that have good morals, good values, that wake up early in the morning, that may have different work schedules, that work really hard for their money, that are coming out of a very bad pandemic, that have a lot of optimism and a lot of hopes to be successful and to build a good life and future for their children. So I figure I picked this location to speak about market makers, to speak about hedge funds, exchanges, a short well, a long well, and a private well. A private well, we know what a private well is because Mr. Bill Wang, with our key goals, was just basically thrown into the spotlight this last week for having a really big margin call placed on the positions that he was in and putting banks into very, very bad positions where they had to basically lose billions and trillions of dollars. So again, going back to my little short video on what a market maker is. You guys see me a little better right there. Okay. A market maker, in my point of view, and this is only personal opinion, I'm not a professional financial advisor. My channel is for entertainment purposes only. So please don't forget to hit and subscribe the subscribe button and like my video. So a market maker, in my own personal opinion, works on deduction, to deduct money, those tendies, from a hardworking person, just like many that are out there that have hopes and dreams and optimism on so many stock trading sites that you could just download on your phone. So we have market makers, we have exchanges that are all over the world, working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, dealing in every single kind of a future, of a stock, of oil, of every single commodity that exists in this world. These people are positioned to work day and night. These people are professionals that are basically, this is what they live, this is what they breathe, this is what they've been trained to do. This is a hobby that they turned into a lifestyle, which to me is beautiful because there are a lot of retail investors that love this kind of action as well. So we have exchanges, we have hedge funds, and to me, a hedge fund is basically set up to never lose. A hedge fund is going to make money hedging on the way up and hedge on the way down. These people are set up in the system to never lose. That's what hedging means to me. Hedging in a hedge fund is someone that never loses. They cover their bases all the time. So a short well is basically, in my personal opinion, someone positioned in a place where they have large liquidity of money that can be invested in a stock, in a commodity, in a future, in a short amount of time so they can make their money and hedge it and get out. Then you have long wells. And a long well, to me, just to break it down to the simple term, is basically an alligator that's just hanging around in a little lake, a big lake, hanging around a swamp. As a matter of fact, a swamp or a lake, waiting for their prey. And this well is like an alligator just hanging out, waiting. He's not in a rush, just waiting for this little person to walk in, optimistic, not knowing what world they're going to walk into and eat them. So that to me is a long well, and they position themselves at many positions throughout whatever stock they pick, in a maybe 6 to a 12-month period, because they need to wait for someone to pump up that stock, for the retail investors to jump in on an optimistic move thinking they're going to win the lottery, while these long wells are already inside. And once you get this built momentum, this built liquidity into that stock, they ride the wave and automatically sell, while the retail investor, who is basically on margin, is forced to sell. And guess what? When the retail investor has to sell and the long well already made their money, they just buy more at a cheaper price. So people, really, don't believe me. Do your own research. I'm no one. This is my own personal opinion. This is my own little YouTube channel. And I just want to basically tell people that can maybe just relate to my smooth brain ape in my way of speaking, which isn't the best. Let's see. Yes, retail investors, sometimes they take advantage of margin, and that may not be a good thing, because short wells, long wells, market makers, hedge funds, they love this. They want you to go on margin. That way you sell when they manipulate the stock to go down. You're forced to sell or cover your position. So my recommendation is learn to think like a hedge fund. Learn to think like an exchange. Learn to think like a market maker, because they don't like people like me. They don't like people like retail investors. I don't know how many people out here in the world market makers like. I don't know how many people out here in the real world hedge funds like. Short wells, long wells, exchanges. I do know that money doesn't have feelings. It doesn't even know your name. Neither does the stock market. They have no emotion. This is an emotionless game. It's all about logic and knowing when to cut your losses and get out of whatever positions that's not working for you. Do your research. Check your fundamentals. Make sure you guys check whatever stock that you're investing in, that you believe in it and you have that conviction. Because to me, investing is not a day, a week, or a month. That's what a market maker wants you to do. They want you to day trade. They want you to sell in a week. They want you to buy. They want you to be a short-term trader. That way they can take advantage of you. An investment to me is something that you hold for a long amount of time so you make your money. So again, wells, a long well, they find their way to sneak their money in, and they can stay in a position for a long amount of time, because a well is a volume. They're buying a lot of volume, and they're waiting for that pump and dump again, for that stock to go up so they can make their money, because they're well positioned. They'll make their money and get out. So again, think like a hedge fund, think like an exchange, think like a market maker, and understand whatever you're planning on doing, algorithms, quantums, high-speed frequency trades, the bots, they're here guessing every single move you're going to make before you even make it. So talk to a professional, do your due diligence, do your research, and understand that the world, whatever retail investor is going to come into, isn't what you think it is. Do your research. Save your money. It's not easy to make it. And make your right choices. Family, happy Easter. Goodbye.